Got a heads up there. Let's see here. Okay, so there it goes. Okay, it looks like now it is recording. I believe we have everybody.
Thank you, Jackie. So this hearing will come to order today. My name is Kathy Guckenberger. I'm the hearing officer for liquor licensing matters for the city of Englewood. And it has been a long time since I have done this, years. So I'll be reading from my script. And if anybody notes any irregularities or has questions, please feel free to interject. This is pretty informal, formal proceeding. So this is a public hearing before the City of Englewood Local Liquor and Marijuana Licensing Authority to consider the application of Lucero Inc. doing business as Liquor Depot, which is seeking to change the location of its retail liquor store license from the currently licensed premises at 5138 South Broadway to 200 West Belleview Avenue, Suite 160. The hearing will be conducted pursuant to the Englewood Municipal Code and will be recorded. All persons giving testimony must state their name and address for the record and be sworn in by the Deputy City Clerk, Miss Jackie McKinnon. The hearing will proceed as follows. Ms. McKinnon will introduce the case and enter into evidence all documents pertinent to the application. The applicant or representative or both will present the case, providing any witnesses and exhibits for my consideration, and noting that the burden is on the applicant to prove that it has satisfied all criteria for the license or the change being sought. Then we can go to see if there are any parties in interest who have signed up to testify, who will be limited to 3 minutes in speaking. I may have questions for each witness, so I'll pose those as need be, and then cross-examination may occur if that is warranted. Applicant, you know, if you need any further opportunity to present information after that, then please let me know. So the ordinary rules of evidence don't apply, and you know, after all testimony has been provided, I will close the public hearing on this and then render a decision on the application with my rationale, unless I decide to take the matter under advisement. If we need to continue it, we will, but I don't anticipate that. Does anybody have any questions about that procedure?
No questions.
Great. Thank you. Ms. McKinnon, please introduce the case and enter into evidence all documents pertinent to the application.
For the applicant, Lucero Inc., DBA Liquor Depot, hearing date July 13th, 2022. City exhibits, we have Exhibit A, the application, individual history record, floor plan, certificate of good standing, and lease. Exhibit B is a certified letter advising the status of application and notice of public hearing was mailed to Lucero Inc., DBA Liquor Depot on July 6, 2022. Exhibit C, publisher's affidavit verifying that the notice of public hearing was published in the Englewood Herald on June 16, 2022, and on the City of Englewood's website from June 9, 2022 to July 13, 2022. Exhibit D, a memorandum dated May 11, 2022 from Brooke Bell, Senior Planner for Englewood Department of Community Development, verifying compliance with zoning and distance requirements. Exhibit E, acceptance of neighborhood boundaries, an affidavit of posting of property was received. Exhibit F, map indicating boundaries, Quincy Avenue on the north, West Lehigh Avenue / West Prentice Avenue on the south, South Franklin Street on the east, South Windermere Street on the west. And location of applicant has 2 other establishments located within that set boundaries. And then for the applicant's exhibits, we have petitions, and there was 96 valid petitions, 95 were for yes, and 1 was for no. And that would be all our exhibits.
And all application fees have been paid?
They still will pay the state once this is completed, just because the online thing gets kind of hairy. So once we're done, if things are approved, they will pay online, and then we will send state the application.
Good. Thank you, Ms. McKinnon. All right, who will be speaking on behalf of the applicant?
We'll have Raul and Miss Gerritsen.
All right. Do you want to start with Mr. Barraza? Or
I'll probably start with Miss Gerritsen, just because I know she's out there working another job right now. So I was going to have her provide just some testimony on the petition methodology, and then I was going to ask her if she could be excused after that, after all questions have been asked.
Okay. All right. And just for the record, Mr. Gemmel?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
you got it. Yep. nailed it.
Your attorney representing the applicant?
Yeah, I'm attorney on behalf of Lucero, DBA, Liquor Depot.
Okay, so proceed.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
thanks.
Miss, real quick, can I swear everybody in? Can we just do
Yeah,
one
go
big
ahead.
swear in?
Oh, yes, thank you.
We've done that before, so if everybody wants to raise their hand, then we'll just get everybody out of the way. So go ahead and raise your right hand if you're going to be giving any testimony. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this matter now being heard by the Englewood Liquor and Marijuana Licensing Authority?
I do.
I got a yes, and if everybody could just state their name real quick.
For the record, my name is Eva Garrettson, last name Garretson, one of the owners of Liquor Licensing Professionals doing business as Liquor Pros. And we are located at 5515 Saddle Rock Place in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Okay, Mr. Gemmel, if you could give your name and address.
You want my name and address, or do you want Raul's?
Well, it's whoever's testimony, but you can even give just your
Yeah,
business
my name
address
is
or fine.
Raul, middle name Aldrete, last name Barraza, and I live at 16422 Alcott Place in Broomfield, Colorado.
And for the record, my name's Austin Gimmel, business address 1430 Wine Coop Street. That's Denver 80202.
But you will not be testifying, correct?
No, I
We'll
wish.
just knock everybody in there. Perfect. Okay.
Great. And so I'm just going to provide a really brief three-sentence opening just to give you some context of what we're doing here, since I know it's been years. Essentially, Liquor Depot is literally moving across the street to a little bit more of an upgraded, comfortable space for its existing customer base in Englewood. As our petition results will demonstrate, residents in Englewood are excited for this new opportunity, for this new upgrade of Liquor Depot, which I believe will help us satisfy our needs and desires burden in this case. Also, Liquor Depot has never had a violation under its current ownership since it was first granted in 2015, since that transfer went through for Mr. Barraza. And that's largely due to Mr. Barraza's experience in working retail liquor stores for over a decade, which he will testify to himself. And without further ado, I'd like to call Ms. Garrettson at this point just to explain the petition methodology that was performed for this particular applicant.
Thank you, Mr. Gemmel. Good morning. Geesh, what am I? Your Honor, once again, for the record, my name is Eva Garrettson. I'm with Liquor Licensing Professionals doing business as Liquor Pros, and we conducted the needs and desires survey regarding the application for a change of location of existing retail liquor store license from 5138 Broadway, which, as Mr. Gemmel stated, they just simply moved right across the street. So we conducted this survey on Monday, June 20th and Monday, June 27th. We are a third-party petitioning company, which means we do not guarantee results. We simply provide the survey and the results are what they get. So we take a no just as much as we take a yes. Prior to the start of the survey, our circulators are briefed on the type of liquor license and the method of what they're supposed to be doing and why they are doing what they're doing, to further explain that to business owners, managers, and residents inside the area. They carried with them both a business and residential petition packet, which was allowed by Miss Jackie McKinnon. We did supply the survey map with the boundaries that she set forth for this location. We made attempted contacts with 334 business owners, managers, and residents inside the area and obtained a total of 96 signatures, which has been the constant through COVID and after. Numbers are starting to come back up, but this has been about the constant number. 42 signatures were from business owners and managers. All 42 signed in favor at 100%. And then we obtained a total of 54 residential signatures, with 53 signing in favor at 98% and one opposed at 2%. We do have a spot, Your Honor, where we ask those folks to write in why they are in favor or opposed to this particular license in order to provide the authority with more feedback on that. In this case, the one who signed in opposition did not want to provide any reason. So therefore, we go ahead and we keep that as a valid opposition signature. if we combine these totals, we have 99% signing in favor and 1% opposed. For a retail liquor store license, this is huge. Usually the percentages are way lower. It's one of those things where they don't, they want a liquor store, they just don't want it in their neighborhood. However, given these results and the feedback we received, they were kind of panicking that he was going away. We're very excited that he was just going across the street. So very liked. He's got a very loyal following there in that area. So the 99% still shows a positive need and desire for this change of location.
Thank you,
And
Ms.
I'd be happy
Garrettson.
to answer any questions. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Garrettson. I don't have any further questions for you. That was perfect. Thank you so much.
I have no questions.
Okay, great. May Ms. Garrettson be excused for the day? Great. Thanks so
Thank
much.
you. Everybody stay cool.
Yeah, good luck out there, Eva. See ya.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Great. And now on to our star witness. I'd like to move on to Mr. Barraza. All right, so Mr. Barraza, we're going to start with some basics here, and then we're going to break it down a little bit. Could you just first introduce yourself and let us know who you're here on behalf of today?
Yeah, my name is Raul Aldrete, which is my middle name, and Barraza. And I've been on business for Lucero Inc. I started on May 11, 2016. And I also have experience selling liquor for the last, I think it's been like total like 15 years. I started like in 2005.
Perfect. And so are you the sole owner of Lucero Inc.?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And you were kind of touching a little bit on your prior experience in retail liquor. Prior to owning Lucero Inc., what was your experience? What positions did you hold in the retail liquor store industry?
Experience, you say?
Yeah, experience. Or where did you work prior to Lucero Inc. and the retail liquor store industry?
Yes, I work in another liquor store as serving alcohol for another, what was like 10 years, something like that.
Did he cut out there?
Buffering.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
There
Oh,
we
there.
go.
Sorry, you cut out there, Mr. Barraza. Can you hear us?
I'm sorry?
Sorry, yeah, I think your internet's kind of cutting in and out. Can you hear us now? Is that okay?
I can hear you very well. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's a little slow, but I think we can work through it. And sorry, you were just kind of touching base on you had worked in a retail liquor store for about 10 years, serving alcohol. Did you personally ever receive a violation while you were, and by violation, I mean a liquor code violation while you were working as a clerk or a manager in retail liquor?
No, I never had any violation.
Okay.
So yes, so I've been really, really careful serving alcohol to make sure I comply with all the rules and obeying the law and everything. So
Okay. No, that I appreciate that. And let's kind of turn to Liquor Depot here. What are your intended hours of operation? How long do you think you're going to be open for? How many days a week?
I'm planning to stay open 7 days a week. Hours will be from 8 a.m. in the morning to close, I know closing is 12 midnight, but I'm trying to close like 5 minutes or 10 minutes before.
Okay, so like 11:50 p.m.
Yes.
Okay. And with that 7-day a week rule, you're not intending on being open on Christmas, are you?
No, it's not. I know I've been in this business for a long time, and I'm pretty sure we're not allowed to do it.
Yeah, you are right. So moving off of that, you're not currently open, or this new location is not currently open, correct?
No, it's not.
Okay, when do you intend on opening your doors for this new location?
As far as all the construction is finished, we just started new construction, and they told me it's gonna take about 60 days to get everything completed. So as soon as I get everything complete, I will start to for the process for open the doors
Okay, so
to the
you're
public.
thinking mid-September, somewhere around there?
Yeah, hopefully around that.
Okay, cool. So you had previously testified that you were going to be open 7 days a week from about 8 to 11:50 p.m. How many employees are you going to have staffing the store?
I am right now. We've been working on the previous store. It's a family owned. My wife, my daughter, and my son. And if everything goes well in the new store, I'm planning to hire one more or two more employees. It depends. And yeah, but it's, that's the plan.
Okay, so you're thinking about 5 total employees for this new location?
Yes.
Okay. And during the day, how many employees would be at the store? And I know we're kind of speculating since you're not open, but how many employees do you think you're going to have in the store on any given day?
At least two per shift. So two employees. So in the morning shift and the night shift, two and two will be four.
Okay. And will both employees be running the register, or is one running the register and the other stocking? How does that work?
Yeah, we'll do everything. Running we do the register and stocking, and yeah, so pretty much everything.
Okay, so will you at least have one employee running the register at all times?
Yeah, that will be me and my wife.
Okay, and that's a good question. Since you're the owner, how often do you see yourself at the store on a weekly basis?
I'm planning to stay there like 5 or 6 days a week.
Okay, and how many hours per day?
Uh, 8 to 10 hours a day.
Okay, so you're gonna have a bed in the back for you to sleep in?
No,
Just
just a
uh,
couch, just to rest for a
yeah.
few minutes.
No, I appreciate that. So you're gonna be there quite frequently, correct?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Um, and what I'm gonna show you is City's Exhibit A, which is part of the floor plan. Can you see my screen all right, Mr. Burke?
Yes, I see it.
And is this a fair and accurate representation of your floor plan for the new space?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And so over here to the left, we have an entry and exit. Is this your customer entry and exit?
Yes,
And
that
this
yes
leads
it is.
out, okay, and this leads out to the parking lot?
Correct.
Okay. Is there any other entryways for customers, or will this be the only one?
That will be the only one.
Okay. But you also have 2 emergency exits, kind of, I guess, if we're looking at this floor plan here, it looks like to the south and then to the east right here.
Yeah, that's the east side and that's the west side.
Okay. For both these emergency exits.
Correct.
And those will only be used as exits. Customers can't enter through any of those.
I'm sorry, say it again.
No worries. So these will only be used as exits.
Correct.
Okay. And so other than that, it looks like a lot of this is drawn in. Are these shelves in the middle?
Correct.
Okay. Then you have your walk-in coolers on the back wall here.
Correct.
Okay. And your back stock, is that where you're keeping your excess inventory for stocking of your shelves?
Yes.
Okay. Who will have access to this back stock area?
Yes, employees and yeah.
Okay. How are you going to
No,
make
no.
sure that how are you going to make sure that customers aren't walking back here and looking around?
We'll keep the door locked.
Okay.
And one the emergency exit, the one on the north side, that will be unlocked. So I will keep either one unlocked to in case we have an emergency, so they can customers get exit.
Okay. So with that being said, if you have customers walking around the store, how are you going to monitor or supervise customers in your store while they're shopping?
I will have security cameras and also mirrors around the store, and where the front counter is, I will have a big monitor hanging from the ceiling, like, I don't know, like 60, 75 inch monitor, and I can show that it can show me all the cameras, and I can look at people.
Okay. And so you're talking about this counter right here labeled POS.
Correct.
And so the monitor will be visible for all your employees who are working.
One monitor, actually, I'm planning to have one monitor at the entrance that the people can realize they are under
Okay.
video
Yeah.
surveillance, and then yeah, and the other one is just for the for us, for the employees, they can look at it.
Okay. Okay. So other than that, let's talk a little bit about your point of sale system here. For your registers, are you going to have a point of sale system that can scan the IDs to help verify them?
Yeah, that's correct. This the POS system I'm using, it has the um, I can verify everybody's IDs right there. All I have to do is just scan the ID and show me the age.
Okay. And what about for out-of-state IDs? Do you have some sort of ID book or anything that can help your employees verify out-of-state IDs?
I have an old ID book, but I will, as soon as I have the business open, I'll get a new book for.
Okay, you're gonna get a new ID book?
Yeah, correct. Updated.
Okay. And then in terms of training for your own employees, I know it's family owned, but are you going to have your employees go through a tips training or some other sort of state certified training for alcohol service?
Yes, I won't hire nobody unless they being certified for training.
Okay. Have you yourself or your wife gone through that training?
Yes, we've been trained. We're both of us, we are certified.
Okay. And how long ago did you complete your certification?
It's been like 5 years.
Okay.
If I need to do a new one, I'm willing to do it. There's not a
Okay.
problem.
Okay. So yeah, you'll check your certification to make sure it's up to date.
Correct.
Okay. With that being said, so you've been running this store since I think about 2016 or 2015, you had said.
2015, I started exactly. I remember the day was May 11, 2016.
Okay. And so since that time, you haven't had a single violation at the previous location for Liquor Depot?
No, never. We never had any violation.
Okay. What about have you ever had to deal with intoxicated customers or people loitering out front of your store?
Sometimes it has been really, really it's not too often, but whenever had the kind of issue, we ask the customer to leave the store. We don't sell alcohol to them or whoever, and if the person, whoever it is, refuses to leave the store, we have to call the cops.
Okay. And how many times would you say at your prior location you had to call the police?
Just a few times, maybe three at the most.
Okay, so three out of the most out of the 7 years you were there.
Correct.
Okay. And also, you said it didn't happen very often in terms of having to deal with intoxicated patrons or patrons loitering outside of your location.
Yes, correct. So we've been dealing with really nice people, really nice customers. So everybody's being happy coming to our store. and they really like us and really like them. Just really nice people, nice customers.
Okay. No, that's great. And so my last couple of questions for you here about operations. Um, Here's a trick question. Who must present ID in order to be served alcohol?
Well, that's a good question. I hope I'm not trying not to everybody upset, but yeah, I will ask everybody's ID.
Okay, so ask for
Everybody.
everybody's ID, no matter of
Yeah.
age or how they look.
Unless, you see older people,
Yeah,
you can-
yeah, somebody very old.
yeah, very old.
Okay. Um, and then also, what is your policy on handling vertical identification cards?
That's a good question. Medical identification, we won't accept at all.
Okay, perfect.
We don't want to take the chance. Yes.
No, I hear you. I appreciate that. And so I'm going to take my screen down. And the last little bit I want to talk to you about here is just kind of recapping on a little bit of needs and desires. So when you were telling folks that you were moving or closing business, what kind of feedback did you get from them at your prior location?
Well, pretty much everybody that were upset, sad because they were telling us, I hope you can open soon because we told them that we're going to move across the street if if everything goes okay, and then yeah, okay. So they were really happy having the store across the street. But yeah, in the meantime, they say, well, we don't know what we're gonna do. In the meantime, for this month, I don't know where we're gonna go to buy, alcohol, something like that. And
Yeah.
but yeah, but they were really happy knowing that we are moving across the street.
Okay. And you said they didn't know where they were going to go buy alcohol. So, in your opinion, is there not a lot of liquor stores around that area?
I know they are, but they're not around the area. But I know there's two north side of Broadway, and the other one is south and Broadway. I think it's south and Broadway, and it's Littleton, but I'm not sure what is the crossing street. It's right at the where the King Super is. I think
Okay.
it's Littleton Boulevard, Broadway and Littleton Boulevard.
Okay.
Those are
But it
the
would
closest
be,
ones, and people like to convenience stores of being around the neighborhood. So that's the thing they're saying. Okay, well, we'll we have to go a little bit farther, but we'll wait until you guys come back.
okay. And that was my point there too. They'd have to travel further than they're used to rather than just going to your store.
Correct.
Okay. Mr. Barraza, I don't have any further questions for you at this time. We'll hold off. You might get a few questions, but other than that, I don't have any further questions for you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I have one question. So Mr. Gamal, my understanding is that state law states that, I had it pulled up here, hang on. So local licensing authorities may not grant permission to a retail liquor store to move its permanent location if the new location is within 1,500 feet of another licensed retail liquor store. Correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
And so I did notice in the neighborhood signatures that Liquor Barn was one of the businesses and that signed in favor of this application. And they're located at 4415 South Broadway, according to the petition.
Okay.
Do you have, or Mr. Barraza, can he testify about the location? Do we have anybody that can testify that that liquor store or no other retail? I'm assuming Liquor Barn is a retail liquor store. So that's an assumption I need clarification on, but do we have some testimony that there is no other licensed retail liquor store within 1,500 feet of another licensed retail liquor store?
Yeah, and I believe Ms. McKinnon might have performed those, or at least checked on the other licensees within the area to make sure that we were appropriately above that 1,500 feet limit. But just to give you an idea, you said 4415 South Broadway.
That is what is stated in the petition.
Okay, and I'm just gonna, because this will be for the record too. Because the new location is from Choose Fitness, which is right down the street. So this will give you an idea.
And I do have that distancing. It's 4,908 feet from Liquor
Yeah.
Barn to Choose. So we
And
are
I'm
within, we are okay with the distancing.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. The zoning confirmation I had mentioned the schools, right? Distance from schools, college, university, seminary, and then it said applies with that and the zoning standards, but yes, that makes sense to me. I appreciate you pulling that up for the record. So Ms. McKinnon, you're testifying as Mr. Gamel, sorry, I probably am mispronouncing that.
It's okay.
Alluded to that you confirmed that this new location would not be in conflict with that statutory provision, right, Ms. McKinnon?
Yes, and I will add the distancing to their application also,
Thank you.
the proof of it.
Okay, fantastic. All right, thank you. That's the only question I had.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, are there any parties in interest? I see none that have signed up or in waiting to speak in favor or in opposition to this application, correct?
There are no parties signed up to speak, and we did not receive any letters of protest to the insurance of this license.
Thank you. So I believe we have all the evidence that is the applicant has presented all evidence. We have nothing else to consider. So on that basis, I will declare the public hearing closed and now render my decision. So I approve applicant's application to change the location based on the following findings of fact and conclusions without conditions. The notice of hearing was posted and published in according with all legal requirements. I specifically find that there is, and I'm sorry, my computer's making some beeps here, that there is a need and desire for this outlet at this location based on the reasonable requirements of the designated neighborhood and the desires of its adult inhabitants in accordance with state and local law, and that the existing liquor licenses without this would be inadequate to serve the thirst needs of the neighborhood. So further finding that the applicant legally is in possession of the premises per the lease providing to the licensing authority, that the business and the new location is not located within 500 feet of a school or with liquor license, other retail liquor licensed stores, and that the use is permissible under the zoning district in which this new location will be, and that the premises are suitable based on a review of plans submitted. And based on those findings, the authority will mail a written decision, mail or email, I'm not sure, a written decision based on this hearing to the applicant, which you will receive shortly.
Great. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Ms. McKenna, do you have anything to add?
I do not. I think we're good to go.
All
Great.
right. Thanks to everyone for your time and courtesy, and we wish you luck in your new location.
All right, thank you very much. I really
Thanks so
appreciate it.
much. Thanks for standing on standby, Sam.
Yeah,
Appreciate
bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
No problem. You'll
See
have
you
a nice
guys.
day.
Finally, have a good day. All right,
Yeah.
bye-bye.
Thank you.